Diary of Louis Leroy, year 1986, September the 4th.
And we're live on the twitch.tv/theassumer. The bananas are in chat, and there are so many of them. My goodness me. Oh my goodness me. There's the first one appeared at the bottom. It weren't long before it were at the top. Oh, welcome everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Nice to see you all here. Pre-stream music today was the Diggity Das Effects with a song called... Oh, I've already forgotten what it was called. If So? I think it was If So. That came on my phone at random the other day, and I was like, oh, this is the Das Effects song that I love. I got a Das Effects record when I was like 12 or something, and can I say liggity loved it? Oh god, that sounds so bad. Anyway, I saw quite a few of you in chat seem to really like that song. They have got an awesome little style with the whole, you know, riggedy-diggity thing. And yeah, that's one of the best songs they've done, I think. And it came on at random the other day. I was like, I'm going to put that on the pre-stream list. That's going to get on there. So, noises in the ear. Master Chief has resubscribed for 2 months. Master G, thank you ever so much for your subscription. I am counting, peeps. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24? I would have expected that to have been odd. Maybe I should count that again. Sing Hermit Gang, says Chicklord. How's it go again? I liggity... liggity lyrical boxing. Dropping diggity flows on all my figgity foes. I'm not even going to try. You can do that in your own head. You can hear the rest of that rap in your own head. I'm counting it again. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 24. It is 24. Let's check the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Alright then, so, I don't know if someone's going to build a station here or not, but I spoke to Cub because I couldn't get hold of Ren. He seems to think this one is probably open game. So, I had a little bit of an inspiration when I saw this the other day, and I thought, I kind of want to make a HRN station all of a sudden. It also looks like, oh look, a rail's supposed to go across here, isn't it? Into that space. Anyway, I don't know. Apparently Doc did the Hermit rap live in his stream, also. I mean, all of us can probably remember our little verses forever, right? So, yeah, we're going to basically design a station, but I'm not going to do it on the server. I'm going to do it in creative mode, just because I don't know if this is actually going to, you know, need to go here. There is one thing I wanted to take into consideration was height. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want the base of this building to be pretty much the height of that. So I'd say about 11 blocks would put it sort of across the peak. So yeah, goodbye Hermitcraft. But hey, you know, we'll be back on the server in a bit. Peeps are saying prank Doc. But Doc's not in my test world. How on earth would I prank him? Goodbye signs and other blocks. We got noises in the ear from Mostly X Confused, subscribing with Amazon Prime, Red Skimmer resubscribing for 3 months, and Zane 333 doing the cheers, throwing the bits, saying just wanted to say hi and ask you how your day is going, or how your day was. Enjoy. Thank you, Zane. I appreciate your contribution to the channel there. My day is going good. It's better than it should be, peeps. I've got something to tell you. I busted my shoulder again. Oh, I am not happy. It wasn't shoulder day. It was chest and triceps, forearms in the afternoon, and I was doing a dumbbell curl, and my shoulder just absolutely went. And I am like, what? This is... Oh, I can't be dealing with this. It doesn't feel like it's quite the same injury that I got before, and I could also feel the top of my shoulder when I was doing not lateral pull downs. I forgot what they're called. Something pull down. Cable pull downs, right? They work your triceps. And I could feel it up in my shoulder, like a sensation on the one that I injured. I really perhaps should have thought about that a lot more, but I didn't. I just kind of went, oh, that's, you know, why am I feeling something there? Anyway, later on in the day, doing a motion that wasn't really straining the shoulder at all, it just completely went, and it felt awful. And I've been putting it on ice. I've been putting deep heat on it, which I've got right now. I've lost count. Brilliant. I thought I'd be able to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. I then have to do the same thing going the other way, but I'll just move diagonally like this to find that distance, right? I can do that quite fast, actually, so it'll be there. So yeah, I was, you know, I got 2 weeks left on my program that I built for myself, and then I was going to move on to a heavier lifting and do what they call a bulk, which is where you eat heavy and you lift heavy for a certain amount of time to try and put on mass. I thought I was all recovered and ready for it, and yeah, now I'm injured again. And it sounds like rotator cuff to me, says Tuxaban. It is the rotator cuff most likely. The pain is more clustered around the pinching point with your bone that goes right out to the edge of your shoulder, and more around the muscle of the shoulder, like the deltoids, like the front and the back. It's before it came across into the chest. I could feel it going into my pec and across my collarbone, but this time it's a little bit more clustered up there. So I don't know. I'm going to have to keep putting ice and heat on it. I'm seeing the physio in a few days anyway for a checkup. So now I'm going to be like, oh, this is going to be all good news, and now it's not. So anyway, I've been trying to fight, you know, the negative thoughts that are going to come because of this. I had goals, I had things I wanted to do, and now I'm going to be set back again. And, yeah. So yeah, that's that. Oh god, now I'm thinking about it. Like I keep trying to just get into something else and not think about it, right? Anyway, let's put together a palette. We're going to build something quite similar to the Sahara sort of palette. Let's start off with our concretes. Let's also not put this actually inside the build that we're making. You can train those legs, says Scarfra. Well, that's what I did today. I did legs today. And I felt a little bit of my shoulder aching in when I was doing squats, so I stopped straight away. Yeah, I can still do abdominals, forearms. I can do my legs. I'm just going to have to pivot to something different. I was really looking forward to doing this bulk because I'm sick of eating in a calorie deficit every day. I just feel constantly hungry, and I got a feeling it might be affecting my energy levels a bit. Like I feel a bit too lethargic lately, so I was going to switch things up, do things different. So now what I'm thinking is I might just get on the bike and do a lot of cycling, because I did a cycle the other day and it really burns up the calories. What's the other material I'm thinking of here? Maybe it is just cyan. Right, let's read the noises in the ear. We got Journeys subscribing, Kath the Dragon resubscribing for 12 months, or 13 actually. Thank you ever so much, Kath. I appreciate that. And for Fireru for 19 months, saying hands in the air, 19 months. Awesome, dude. Thank you so much for the wonderful support, peeps. If you're injured, it's important to pay attention to your form while exercising during recovery. Your body will try and compensate by changing how you move. Unfortunately, this can turn out really bad when you're pushing yourself, says Shade. Yeah, well, immediately in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to have to go back down to high rep, low weight, and really focus on form. Yeah, I mean, I have been doing that. I have been concentrating, and I guess, you know, you can get comfortable with bad form. So if you're, like, I've been trying to really concentrate on what I'm doing when I lift, and it's so easy to sort of slip out of it a little bit and just start thinking about other stuff while you're doing it. You need to keep your head in that space, and it can be a little bit tricky. So there's obviously things I've got to address and you know, try and do different when I recover, but I can't stand the setback. I can't stand it. This is my goal. This is where I was trying to get to, you know, and now I've got to wait. Feels like. X, what are you doing? Says cute nine queen. Nine queen? Is that how I'd say it? We're going to design a HRN station. Peeps, what colour do you think we should throw? I feel like these are going to be our grayscale monotone colours, and then we should throw something in as an accent. Now let's just think about what's new and available to us in this update. What textures could be unique, might be able to fit in. I mean, maybe for the floor you might use smithing tables, and then of the other new things, I really only think maybe that side of the block might come in occasionally to look cool. And yellow, says Mercat. Does the district have a bit of a colour to it? I don't think we kind of did that, did we? I'd like to actually just quickly log back on so we can get inspiration from our surroundings. Blind Nicknamer 5478 is resubscribed for 17 months, saying, "Hey X, I hope you're enjoying your summer. Proud to have been subbed for 17 months now. Keep up the great work." Thank you, dude. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for 17 months. That's wonderful. Summer's only just starting here, it feels like. Like, the last couple of days, the heat, the humidity's come up, even though it's been cloudy and rainy. So in terms of the tracks coming into here, I mean, we do have colours of lines, right? Maybe we could throw in a colour for each side that joins. So it looks like... actually, I don't know what's going on here, but orange and green. I mean, if green went that way, which it looks like maybe is more intended, we could always... I reckon be able to figure things out. So we might have a green and an orange. Then there's a line that goes in that direction. And then is this side yellow? That's also orange. So I reckon let's go for green, orange, and then we'll make up a colour for this line. Actually, it would probably be green, right? I think it would be green again. So green and orange, and we'll use them as like accents to the designs we're going to put on the wall. Top of the blast furnace for the floor. Maybe. I was thinking about using the sides. Who knows? So, I didn't get a noise in here. What did I see in chat? Oh, Cats has arrived. Whenever I see Cats, I want to say hi. Laurel the Koala says, "Hey X, how are you? Sorry if that's kind of a person." Oh, how old am I? That's extremely... How dare you ask how old I am? I'll tell you what. I'm a 90s kid, let's say that. Right, let's go to concrete. So what do we establish? Green and orange seem to be the colours coming through. We'll go with green and not lime, just because those two match each other. There are other shades of green we can work with, like terracotta and wool, and the same for orange. Orange terracotta, orange wool. Ooh, oh, there was glass there, that confused me. So let's just line these up over here. So this could be our palette for working with, right? To be fair, I think I'd be inclined to use those two. They also provide a different texture from what will be quite foundational. Geometric says, "Millennial alert!" Yeah, I've definitely like probably fall in that generation bracket that they like to call the millennials. Whenever I see that term being used, though, it's always just like ridiculous kind of the problem with millennials is like, and it's just, oh, that's good, that's a good idea, just write an article, you know, having a go at a whole generation. That'll create some good merit, won't it? Of course it will. We're gonna start off actually, I think, by creating a cube box here. I immediately thought, no, I don't want to do that, and I started to see in my mind's eye some potential shapes here that can make this project look interesting, right? But then I'm thinking, well, before I start tearing into those shapes, let's get this as like a foundation, and then we can kind of chip and change around this block right here, because above this, in the very middle of this build, I want to put something. And I kind of realised the thing that I want to put needs to be odd width, I believe. I want to put like a beam that goes up. I say a beam, like a pillar, and have the letters HRN. Now, quartz is the material choice for making some nice clean letters. You know, we've got smooth quartz stairs. Do we have smooth quartz slab? This might look even better now for making text. Smooth quartz. I've not thought of that before. So over here, we'll dump that down. So let's say we just have like a background. Now, it could be 4 wide is the thing that's different with this build. So we want to have the letter H. I mean, we could do like really big letters, I guess. So that's kind of beefy, isn't it? I love your guitar videos. You're really good at it, says Laurel. Thank you. I have stopped playing though. I kind of burned myself out and moved on to some other things. You know, one of the reasons I think my shoulder might be weak, the one that I had injured, is because I played guitar with this strap over it. And one of the things I realised about playing guitar is that you kind of fix your body into position, right? There's weight being pulled down on one side. Your arm is like hyperextended. I don't know if that's a real term. Or at least your wrist and whatnot are sort of forced into this position where your fingers are moving and the tendons in your arm are sort of, you know, for an hour or two at a time doing this motion in a fixed position. Your other arm, for example, is chugging away on the strings, and my right arm is really veiny, and I know that's because of all the chugga guitar I like to play, right? All the Master of Puppets and whatnot. Wait, we did do 4 high there. Oh, I love this song. Lava Dolphin, isn't it? Isn't it? It better be Lava Dolphin. We might just bend things to our favour here. Oh, I know I'm doing this in the wrong order, by the way. Why is the letter R so confusing to me all of a sudden? See, that kind of gets it. That's probably the one. HR. This looks like the font that Ren uses on his videos in the intro. So maybe we can actually utilise this 4 wide look. That would have that on top. HRN? Let's type. I think it kind of works. Yeah, that totally looks like the HRN. Oh, we'll do it 4 wide then. Why does it say NRH? A surprise T. Turn your head upside down. Alf Lington is here, resubscribing for 3 months. Alf, thank you for resubscribing, dude. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream here today. Rep Odragoff, I'm reading your message. All the videos you playing guitar. I would buckle under some. What are you saying? I didn't quite get all of that before it went off the stream. Smigglebeer says, poor guy, his first stream and already getting trolled by cats. What's happening? Yeah, I need to now perhaps visualize a little bit more of the shapes I want to introduce into this area. So I'm thinking like a high and low effect, right? Like the corners could be lower and the openings in the middle could be high. Or we could do it the other way around, which would give it a bit of a castle vibe, having 4 spokes in the corners. So I'd actually be inclined to lower the edges a little bit, I think. Now the tracks, oh, that's a good point. The tracks are going to go in through the middle. We've got tracks going in over on 4 sides, eventually, I think. So the entrances would actually need to be like open in the corner. Yeah. So maybe the corners will actually stay high. Now let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that should leave plenty of space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this bit here is going to be reserved for our rails coming in. That is 6. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. I think actually 4 would be fine. Okay, so we're starting to get a bit of shapeliness going on. Make the track entrance very grand, says Waterboy. I don't know about grand just yet. Oh, I've got so many ideas popping into my head. Now I'm thinking about like having 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Something like that. There will be many shapes and things we'll apply to this as we build it up. Looks like a H. It kind of does, doesn't it? Yeah. H for the HRN. Danky Wiener says, favourite guitar player. You know, I'm so bad at just pulling out. Like, you asked me a question, what's your favourite this? So I feel like whoever I can think of, I'll do a disservice to the ones I can't. And my head hasn't been in the guitar space for a while, so I know there'll be guitarists I miss, but I think 2 that always come to mind would be, 1, Daryl Dimebag, just because how incredible he was. The other one, James Hetfield, just from a learning guitar perspective. Like, I mean, Metallica are just incredible in so many different ways, but from a learning guitar kind of perspective, like, there ain't much better you can do than learning some Metallica. Like, that stuff will really get you going. Like, you'll enjoy it. They're great songs. They're really good to build up your like technical ability. You like lo-fi, says Eni Murray. Well, lo-fi what? I love lo-fi black metal, which I don't think lo-fi really originates in black metal, but in the 90s they certainly took it to new extremes. Bands like Darkthrone. Lo-fi has a little bit of it in like post-punk, punk music, and like some of the early grindcore kind of embraces the old lo-fi music. But yeah, that's mostly where I've heard stuff that's lo-fi. Maybe a little bit of like lo-fi hip-hop as well in places. But, you know, lo-fi is like ambient, right? Like, you can take a genre and then ambient it. So if you have like ambient hip-hop, you're kind of taking the main aspects of hip-hop, probably ripping out the vocals, the lyrical element, and then kind of downplaying everything. Laurel the Koala says, do you listen to Burzum? Now, there's an artist who really experimented with like fidelity music as well. Yeah, I love Burzum. It's not one of those bands I listen to that much anymore. Like, much more in my youth did I listen to a lot of that. So, so far so good, but I'm feeling like we need a way to bring in more shapeliness. We need to bring in more something or other to this. Don't know quite what that would be. But I'm going to mess around and goof about, you know? X, what do you think of Queen? Says cute 9ween Queen. I think they're awesome. I guess the 9 is kind of like a Q, right? So it's probably Cute Queen. Great band. Listen to them at the moment, actually. Listening to their record after the one with Bohemian Rhapsody. By the way, we've got a noise in the ear from Stino112. Resubscribing for 11 months saying, woohoo, and another month bites the dust. How are you doing, X? I'm doing good. Thanks for asking, dude. Thanks for asking. Hope you're well. I'm wondering if actually as the main material we should try something like that. Thinking also this thing feels just a little too big on its own. It needs some like shelves going on in here. This kind of look. X, what do you think about cake? I like cake, but I don't eat it a lot. Purple Skyferret says, I grew up with Metallica. My dad started his band as a Metallica tribute band until they started writing their own music. His band Mortificator is now signed with Twin City Records. It all started with Metallica though. That's cool. I haven't heard of Mortificator. I've heard of, what's that band? Mortician? That's sort of like super guttural, like zombie death metal stuff. Man, I loved that when I first found that. There's a lot of stuff you can find in music sometimes where, actually kind of a little bit like Diggity Das Effects earlier, where like there's something novelty to it that will eventually wear off. Like, you can't listen to Das Effects every day, you know? Yeah, that Mortician type stuff is like that. It's a bit novelty. Yeah, what do you think, peeps, so far? Like, I feel like it's missing something in the build palette. Like, it's just all a little bit too plain. And I kind of want to throw in, like, there's some more elements I can build, but just where we're at right now, I feel like we're missing some sort of textured material that vibes with these plain surfaces we're working off of. So the rails can kind of go in like this, right? Or maybe they would actually have a divider of two and be like so. Yeah, like that. Spruce wood, we got a suggestion for orange or green. Yeah, we did say we'd use some colour, but I'm thinking more texture at the moment. X, do you have a sweet, sweet tooth, says Seb. Yeah, I probably do, but I keep it under control and I don't eat a lot of sugary stuff. Tuck's a band with a beverage reminder. Thank you. Only water today because I ran out of milk. Okay, I'm deliberately making sounds with the bottle now. Oh, that tickles my lips in a really annoying way. It probably sounded like Trump, didn't it? What is he doing? Trumping on screen. kind of work. We'd have to use it a little different to that. I'm actually thinking if we're going to use that material, we might end up using the darker concrete here. So remember, this is also going to be the entrance. So let's go 2 blocks, 2 blocks. Oh no, it'll have to be 1, if anything. And then maybe colour up the top there. Use cyan concrete. Cyan concrete. I think that's not going to fit in because we're trying to work in 2 different colours into this, right? Is this a rail station, says Kitten? Yes it is. Yes it is. What specific HRN station is going to be, says Shog. I'm going to call you Shog. This is going to be the one in the modern district. By the way, we've got more noises in the ear. We've got Himike351, resubscribed for 2 months. Eloeen for 4 months. Zerok for 4 months as well. Thank you ever so much for your support, peeps. I appreciate it. Someone in chat there suggesting snow. Snow's a little too bright, I think, but it might work. It might play like well off of this. It would play very well off of that. I think in shape is more the thing that I think's missing a little bit. If we just look at what we've done so far over here, this isn't terrible, it's just a bit boxed in. So let's go ahead, let's go back to this and just quickly tear out this, which was effectively some form of shape, I guess. I kind of feel like it needs to come from somewhere else and it needs to make sense, right? So that's, yeah, now you got like a bit of an overhang, makes it feel like more of a station. Now if I want to do this, I don't think we have too much room to have like stepped up entrances around the sides, but they might be able to be flexible, which is cool. Let's actually go with 3 wide there, something like that. See, that's now looking, this is totally in the way, isn't it? I should be building off the other side. Now it would be mirrored, so that's something to consider. This is kind of, I don't know, I think this is kind of going somewhere now. We just need to keep working at it. That's what you have to do with most things. Right, with the noises in the ear be flowing in. Okay, I'm getting into a groove, but I've got to keep reading. Also, would leaves kind of pop into this thing? Maybe with some trapdoors and whatnot, like... a few of those here and there might kind of do the trick. Make it look a bit more looked after. I think we need a material change down the bottom. We need that. So, we have noises in the ear from Stowe Hillet. Resubscribe for 5 months, saying Happy Tuesday X, hope your shoulder recovers quickly. Thank you, man. I hope it recovers too. Oh, such an annoying setback, but hey, that's life, right? You got one body, it can get injured. Got to look after it, and I must have done something wrong somewhere. So, dude, thank you for the support. Mats Zebu is here for 6 months, and Defense041 is here for 41. Sorry, Defense041 is here for 41 months. Thank you ever so much, dude, for the tremendous support. Emerald Face in the chat right there. Gandalf says, oh, I really like the Doom series. Ah, so, Doom. Hey, this contrast here looks pretty good. Also, yes, we're listening to very creepy and scary music, okay? With demonic sounds. It's what I like. I'm a chill guy. I like some, you know, like some ear-bleeding black metal. I want to do a black metal stream one day and just play music that most people find absolutely horrendous. Okay. What about an additional beam there? That kind of works. I am just wondering if I've picked the wrong material. The white here is good, but maybe we could go with something different. But I'm certainly feeling this. That's that's not quite what we want. I actually feel like it would... Nah. That's the one. That's the one right there. Yeah, I'm very much liking that. Now, I feel like there's a ways to go. This shape up the top here, I feel like, has now been kind of offset and should be slightly different. At least for the front here, it should go like this. Okay, and then we should put in our colour. So, something bright there is good. You're not going to see it too much. We need somewhere else for that colour to be seen. Can we get away with it across here? Now, we can't have another one there. I think that would look kind of off. Not terribly off. And then one back at this level. No, that wouldn't work. So, I don't think that's the place to flash the colour. Orange carpet, says Murph. We'll probably put carpets on all of this stuff to stop stuff spawning, you know? But that's a really nice looking structure so far, I feel. Okay, then just going back to this over here. Might be smarter to use... Might be smarter to use that, like define some of the areas with a bit of different texture here and there, right? There's also going to be like the lines coming through. One of them was green. So we might have that here. I think that was the green line. Or the HRN. Hey X, I think you were about to promote your second channel, but your sidetracked, says Tuxaban. I was, yeah, I started playing Doom Sigil. So if you head over to my second YouTube channel by searching Asuma 2, you'll find, hopefully you'll find it, my Doom Sigil episode went out today, the first one. It's a short one. There's 9 levels, some of the levels are kind of short. I actually think that it needs that brightness to pop. Yeah, so, okay, let me start again. Doom Sigil is the 5th chapter of Doom, so there's 4 of them. There's Doom, Doom 2, I believe it's... Final Doom is 2 chapters rolled into 1, so that's 4. And Sigil is the, like, 5th chapter, or maybe there's something I'm missing and Doom Master levels counts as well. But anyway, 25 years after the first Doom was released, they decided to celebrate it with this... what am I going to do here? They decided to celebrate it by adding an extra chapter of Doom called Sigil. Like a 5th one, and that's what I'm playing. It's got 9 levels, and having a blast playing it, I'll tell you that. Right, so we've got like a flat surface here that just don't feel right. Oh, maybe that's just what we'll do for this. In fact, let's mess around with this line a little bit, because it's not so bad. It's not so bad at all. In fact, maybe we just get rid of that, right? And then... So we turned it into like a square, right? Like a ring that goes around. I guess we could do it there as well. And now it's the same on all sides, I believe. By the way, Sonic Wins has resubscribed for 20 months. Sonic Wins, thank you ever so much for your 20 months of support, dude. I appreciate it. Hope you are enjoying the stream, having a good time hanging out with us. I appreciate your support. If we were to make this all just a little bit more like what's going on here, I think I see the error of my ways. It would mean that we would extend that out and go this way. Alright, something like that. Because if we look at where the orange is, it's not actually where I've been putting it, it's over here. Then that would require that, I think. It would require quite a bit. Now it's come out quite a ways is the problem, I think. So when we have another one, there won't actually be a gap between it. The other one would start there. So that, I think we're going to roll back. It just doesn't quite work, unfortunately. But it doesn't have to be symmetrical all the time, you know. And hey, we're just figuring out the shape. This will mostly get mirrored, I think, onto the other side. So it's a lot of progress, even if it don't quite look like it. Yeah, that's looking real good. I think that's definitely going to need like a beam underneath it, so we don't have that double flat going on. And we'll probably opt for like a rather open design on the inside here. I think that's something I want to keep in mind. Going to be going for an open design. Baron Magenta says, OX, how about Doom Slayer skin for Halloween? Yeah, could do if I don't have any other Halloween plans. Could put on a special skin or something. We got Puppet of Meat subscribing with Amazon Prime. Puppet of Meat, thank you ever so much for subscribing, dude. Appreciate that. Hope you're enjoying it, having a good time hanging out with us. Now, I need to look at the other HRN stations in order to figure out what the insider one should look like. Is another key point here. I also like the way that comes around the corner. And maybe we'll just do that for now. We've got to obviously figure out the roof inside here. Got to make all the things look good. So yeah, that's quite a welcoming sight, I think. Especially for the district it's in. This free wide bit here, though, I can't help but feel... Ooh, does that... That almost does it. No, I think I'm going to keep it how it was. That does do something interesting, though. Does do something interesting. Oh, I'll tell you what you could do. You could hang some end rods up there. Or maybe even down here. Actually, that looks kind of ugly. Ugly! It looks ugly. Nah, I don't like sticking those on. What about sea lanterns? There needs to be more lighting options in this game, right? See, that looks cool. That looks really good, actually. We also got the lantern, right? So let's click on that. Lanterns, people in chat are saying it now. It almost works. I feel like we need a particular type of wall to plop it on top of. Now, of all the ones here, I don't think any of these are particularly going to blend in very well to what we're doing, but nah. Anyway, we do have options. I think I'm going to leave the sea lanterns like that for now. Iron trapdoors, that's the one. That's the one. And they're flat by default. That's real nice. Okay, this is coming together extremely well. Let's say that. Alright, so peeps, I can hear the follow noises going off in my ear. Thank you everyone for following. We've got 900 peeps tuning in today, so thank you everyone for tuning in. If you haven't hit the follow button here on Twitch, be sure to do so. Get notified of when I go live and all that cool stuff. Let's log back onto the server and try and pick up on some more things we need to consider with our build. I should probably sleep before the phantoms come and get me. You know? I like matte lanterns, but they don't fit modern builds, says Shock. Yeah, I think you're right there. They don't quite suit the modern. So, we do have red over here and green. I think this is probably subject to change. And just looking, you see, we might have to reposition it a little bit, which actually shouldn't be too much of a problem, right? I don't think there's too much of a reason to stick strictly in this place. Obviously we've got that nearby, but accommodations can be made. I think there's some flexibility to be had here, so let's now rock it over to a working station. There we go. Shop at Conhara, says Gandalf. Conhara, eh? Conhara. Okay, so this is a working station. And it's quite a neat design to the middle here, and it also looks like it will be rather flexible. So I'm going to take this space here. Actually, we should be looking at the buttons as well. So I need to come into the... Oh, that's interesting. This one is an odd width. That might throw a little bit of a wrench in the works with our layout. Huh. Okay, let's assume that we make it wider by it being odd. If we come from the centre of 4 blocks, we'll count our corner. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and then after 4, we'll also go for 5. Hopefully I can make sense of that. Hopefully I can make sense of that. So from the centre needing some markers of some sort. 5 was the number, right? So... Hey, I didn't get the thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That'll be the 9th. Making the middle here these two. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think... Oh, I don't want to get that wrong, do I? But I think it'll mean it can be like that. Let's go check it again. So, from the centre, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That block would need to be free. This can come out by 1. So, from standing on the 5th, we can see 2 in each direction. Let's go back here. Standing on the 5th, 2 in each direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2. I got it right. Good. Okay, we might as well just go and give ourselves a bit more visual space. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll have that over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. This over here, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, not bad, right? I think the Sahara shop at the 1.14 village has the most sales than the main Sahara, says Captain Soaps. Well, it was open before Sahara was, right? So it's not all that surprising, I guess. So I think this will probably like drop down to this level pretty quickly. And that'll probably look good from the side here, right? That these things aren't level with one another. In fact, nah, we'll leave it like that. Or maybe we add like a trim of this colour. That kind of works. And that'll be the inside area for now. That'll be one corner of this, right? We've got the roof up here to do. We'll probably put wall in those spaces. If we think about the player walking into this space, we've got to create the ceiling now. Can we put black in the ceiling? Feels like a good place to put black. You know, you look upwards and it's darker up there, right? So let's go... Do I want to do that as well? Kind of works, kind of works. Feels like this space here is a little bit devoid. Let's actually lower this by 1. That's kind of slick, even though it's very plain and easy. Yeah, that's really working, I think. There's a very nice feel to it. Awesome. Lucas, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us today. Build a hipster shop to fight against Sahara. I got no plans for another shop right now. No plans. Okay, so now let's look at this from the mirror of it being the perspective of it being mirrored, should I say? So we won't build all of it because we don't need to build what we've done twice, right? But we mirror some aspects of it so that we can just see the parallel shapes, I guess. Right, so we're gonna have a bit of that going on. It's gonna come all the way across here. And then it's going to go that way. Right, now one of the things we've got to remember is that the lines are going to go in like orange. If this is the green line, then you're going to have green here. Oh, this is interesting. Is that a shared block? It's not good. So you're actually going to have green there, right? And then on the next side over. So there'll be a bit of green coming across, a bit more green coming across that way, that kind of thing, right? Now that's a shared corner, and that just happens to be shared in the direction where they meet. That one's shared as well, though. Huh. So I was thinking, you go in this side for green, and then orange is over there. But I think I might just make it so it's orange on one corner, green on the other. Or maybe orange here and there, and green on this side, because over here we'll probably change the design so it's one big thing, and there's no entrance because there's the other building. So there'll be none of this going on, none of this sort of entrance there. That will be mirrored into those two corners though, and the top of it will have to be mirrored as well. So let's 1, 2, it's just 2 blocks really, that's the middle. Let's now put in some blocks for the other sides. We've got a noise in the ear from Gamer Chick, who's here resubscribing for 30 months in a row. Saying, good day, sir. Got me some coffee, and Mr. X today is going to be a good day. What's this? 30 months? Oh, cheers, bud. Glad to have you around. Thank you, Gamer Chick. I hope you enjoy your coffee. Thank you for your resubscription. I've got no hot drink myself today because this derp done ran out of milk. I think for the entirety of living in this house, I've never run out of milk before, you know. But, hey, I didn't buy enough. Oh, wait, that is completely wrong. I think in 2 ways? No, 1. That's wrong. That's terribly wrong. X, do you like coffee? Says Glyphotech. I really like mocha, which is coffee and hot chocolate. And I don't drink it a lot because I don't like relying on stimulants. Like, you drink a lot of coffee, you know, it doesn't actually give you energy. It tells your body you got energy when, you know, if you do or you don't. So you're putting into your body into a sort of like an unnatural state of being stimulated without really knowing if the energy's there or not, right? So I don't drink a lot of it because of that. I mean, I like it. I wish I could drink it. It's warm, it perks you up, but you know, it has its price, right? And the price is you drink a lot of it, you generally get groggy without it, and that's not a good thing. No milk? Did you kill the cows to make item frames? Says Surgeon Bethany. Hey, I drink cashew milk, alright? Alright? Okay, so this doesn't actually need to be here. What I want to do now is figure out how do we suspend this beast, right? This beast right here. It's 4 blocks wide. But I also feel like not only that, it probably needs additional cushioning. And then something like this. It's gonna need a lot. Big Papa House says, alright, I have to go back to class now. Enjoy the stream all. Have a good night, X. Enjoy your class, dude. Chromaticus Abar says, so did you kill the cashew cows? Cashew cows. Sounds like a modded Minecraft thing. Hey, I think actually, if those were extended up like this, this is interesting. Like, we've already got structure there, right? Like, this is already here, and that might be just what we need. So some are up here, we're then going to have... Yep, there's our 6 wide bit. And it could say HRN, and then we'll probably have something like this. Now, if we just hop back down to that, I really like... Can we incorporate anything of that into this? By the way, can I just say this music's absolutely wonderful, isn't it? X is informed about caffeine, says Bobaline. Yeah, I constantly educate myself on diet and nutrition. I'm not going to say I'm the best at remembering it all or being up to date on whatever the current thing is, but it's one of my passion projects, I guess, is understanding that stuff. Passion project, not quite the right terminology, but you know what I mean. Something I'm interested in. So now I feel like we could just wrap up this roof here, and we've pretty much got everything we need to build this station, believe it or not. I just have to then coordinate with Ren and figure out what the dealio is. So I think something like that would look really good there. Maybe we can just mess around with that kind of shapeliness. So if I do this next, and then do it again on that side, and then do it again there. Right, if we fill this all in with slabs, even the middle one, just have that shape born out of the original shape, I guess. That could literally be the roof. You could say that's done. Although, I'd be inclined to do that. It looks so much brighter when it's up by one. It gets shaded so much from being in the gap, doesn't it? Let's go have a look at white carpet. X, do you want some vegan spam? Do you know... I can't remember eating spam in ages, but I don't remember it being... Isn't it like hot dogs? It's just like leftover meat sort of mashed together. Not very good. I think I'd rather this thing be lit up than have that on it. So maybe end rods on the roof. Again, that's just going to look weird, isn't it? Weird and awkward. But maybe something like that would just be good enough to keep it lit. Vegan spam, though. Do you know, like there's a lot. I really like vegan cuisine. There's a lot of good, healthy food that don't have to have meat in the dish. Nah, that don't work. Lots of it. I have vegan cheese sauce with Sunday roast, and my god, is that stuff gorgeous. I mean, I love me some cheese sauce, right? But I keep cheese out of my diet as much as I can because it's so fatty. And you can make vegan cheese sauce with some carrots, some potatoes. Then you need some mustard and other stuff. You kind of grind it all together, and it turns into this runny paste that kind of looks like cheese sauce. And it kind of tastes a bit like it, but man, is it tasty. Man, is it tasty. I think actually the grill would probably look better there. Yeah, and then maybe we rethink this roof a little bit and put some... I mean, you're not going to see it much, right? But I think that's all we need to do for now. All the components are here in a way. It will have a kind of open feel to it, but that's fine. I actually can think of one other thing, right? So if I bring that down into that space, we're probably going to learn the track. I think the track actually goes into that. It's probably going to be in the way of the track. It does close off the open field a little bit. Now, when Iskal did this, he had... If that were the middle, I think all of that space right there, because we can adapt the design I have to be odd or even quite easily. So if this were in the middle, that means that we could put pillars like this. Yeah, they could be free wides, they could be even width, it's all fine. We just have to change the letters of the HRN, and we could probably get away with that. I think it'll probably end up working. It does take away from the open field of the building, so maybe it's not necessary. Maybe it will look like it structurally sound without. So that's one option to make it look like that makes sense, you know. And maybe, you know, maybe it's not see-through in the middle. Maybe you have the green concrete going all the way up, something like that. And again, that could be 2 wide or 1 wide. Or maybe you don't need it. And I think I've got all the workings of it there as well. Pretty cool. What are your opinion on the Love Island and reality TV in general, says Ice Ghost? Reality TV don't interest me in the slightest, really. Not of the style or the sort I've seen of it. It's just not interesting to me. Is this the Travelator hub? It's the HRN hub. So the only problem with this lettering, I think, it would all get smaller because we'd start to use stairs and stuff. It's the N that always suffers the most. That being said... If I use the smooth stairs here for an N, right? So you have something like that. If you go... I think it's fitting it in that's the biggest problem. That's your closest thing to a 3 wide N. That's not bad. That's not bad. The rule is I think these things are 2.5 blocks tall. Right? when you normally build them. So maybe we make some taller ones to make the end block work. But yeah, HRN station. I really like it. This looks superb, I think. It's not fully built. We built all the things we need to, so we don't need to build it all the way. What series do you watch, says Osbrew. Series of what? Why is the N on top? It looks like it should say NRH. Oh, I just built it in the opposite direction, right? Not the best way to build it, but there you go. So, we need to get in touch with Rendog next. Need to get in touch and say, hey, can I build a station over there? Mystic Warp has subscribed with Amazon Prime. Mystic Warp, thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription. I appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed today's stream. Alright, so where to next? Did I miss the storage system bit, says Spidey? Thanks for the reminder. Next step, storage system bit. Right, I will need to take a trip to my own base, which means we'll go to the nearest nether portal. Matt Spud says, hey X, opinions on the Kanye West Sunday services happening right now. No idea, I'm totally out of the loop on that stuff. I need to listen to Ian the Intern to get my Kanye news, right? Maybe you know, maybe you don't. Okay, and through there we go. X, do you want a riddle, says Wolven Slayer. If you know me, you know that I'm terrible at riddles. Absolutely terrible at them. Captain Soap says, hey X, what do you think of Fortnite? I think it's a computer game. I don't know. I don't really care much for Fortnite. Molly Richard says, Kanye equals trash music. Dude, if you want to be hating, you're missing out. That's all I can say. I say it time and time again. Whenever you're in that space like, yeah, I've got all the reasons to hate this music. Here's why it's trash. You're just missing out, man. Kanye's an amazing artist. Got some really incredible music under his belt. What more can I say? So we come back here to make sure we got supplies. I know we're going to need a boatload of iron to make a boatload of hoppers, which means we need a boatload of woods and chests and all that kind of stuff. Probably going to need to bring some more redstone with me. Any of these droppers? I'd say, yep, we'll take any extra droppers available. Oh, doesn't this have... Oh yeah, no, that's for a project. What else might I need, peeps? Like comparators... I guess that'll mean I'll need stone. So I have a chest for the stone somewhere in here. There it is. There it is, right there. Okay. Exosphere146 has subscribed with Amazon Prime. Thank you ever so much, Exosphere. I appreciate it. Apple Tree Troll says, old Kanye better than new Kanye. I kind of agree with that. Wolven Slayer, if you're going to spam a message, I'm just going to ignore it. Tyler says Stephen Terray shared his opinion on it. Okie doke. I used to watch that guy a lot, but I find like once you get used to someone a lot, you tend to, you kind of know what each video is, it feels like. Kristen says, I saw Doc in B-Dub's live chat yesterday, so I'm sure Doc knows B-Dubs wants to join her. Say what? Can you rephrase that? Does B-Dubs want to come back to Hermitcraft? And did he say that? That's not just something you're saying. That is something I'd like to hear confirmation on. Okay, stop the chat. No one type. We're waiting for Kristen to reply. Ainamar says, you heard Exonotation's Screamo Trap Mail. I've been getting into the whole Screamo trap stuff. Finding it a little bit hard to find artists that really kind of fit what I like. Doc invited him, says SWCK. Well, B-Dubs is still a part of Hermitcraft if he wants to rejoin. He doesn't have to rejoin. He's whitelisted. He's part of our group. He can talk to us anytime he like. So Doc asked him. Yeah, I don't expect to see B-Dubs return. I think with all that he's been through, he'll probably, by the sounds of it, just get back into his building with B-Dubs series. And of course, if ever he wanted to come here, be welcome with open arms. That's for sure. Do I need anything else? Just stone. Don't need that. Wait, why do I have that? So, stone, iron, I'm in redstone-y stuff, really. I don't want to go all the way over there and then have to come back again. I've got all of my things in here. I think that provides me with everything I need, even. So, yeah. He liked a comment that said, I hope you rejoin Hermitcraft soon, says the Zen boy. Yeah, I wouldn't take that as yes or no. By the way, also don't pester him about it as well. Like, just let the guy do his thing, you know. Anymar says, have you heard of Scarlord? Yeah, I have heard of Scarlord, and I've been blessed to see Scarlord live. He was playing with his DJ at All Points East, and that was such a huge pull for me to go. And when I got there, they were the first band that I got to watch because I was a little late for one of the opening acts. And my oh my, did they absolutely kick ass. I mean, the two of them have so much energy and so much movement on the stage. And there's comedy in it, like it's like self-aware. Wait, where am I going? I'm going the wrong way. The live show was absolutely great. He's one of the sort of artists that, like, I listened to quite a few songs and I was like, I feel like I know what this is about, you know? It's the same thing over and over again, and I can just kind of listen to it live. Like, I don't really need to get into it that much for me. Anyway, it was an absolutely great show. Like, it's always good to see like new artists bring like energy to the stage, and I think they really kicked ass. It was awesome. B-Dubs did say he'd want to wait until he was ready, says Kristen. Ah, cool. You know, he might be being a little bit polite as well there, like. But, I don't know, that sounds, you know, sounds like he's probably thinking about it and considering it. Man, I'll be so excited to see him return. I'm already excited to, you know, see building with B-Dubs again. I don't really watch a lot of Minecraft Let's Plays, but I'll certainly tune in and enjoy an episode or two of that, you know, when it comes back. Okay, so we're going to build a sorting system in this area. I still have the beacon up for this. Aha, we've got lava lakes and stuff in this area by the looks of it. Yeah, you know, B-Dubs, I can't stop thinking about it now. It might just be finally getting back into it. He's been through a lot and maybe now ready to do the whole YouTubing thing again. I mean, yeah, we'll have to wait and see though. People are saying eye break. We're an hour into the stream. It's time for an eye break. Peeps, I'm looking away. Okay, I'm not looking at my screen. I'm going to press F5 though. Can't stop me from doing that. This is the part of the stream where I remind you that you might have been staring at your screen for a long, long time, and that you can take a break if you want, because doctors, they say, if you're looking at the screen for an hour, give yourself 5 minutes off. Rest your eyes. It's good for the long run, right? You're going to get old one day. You need your eyesight then. You can also take this opportunity to replenish your fluids. Drink a bit of water, get hydrated. What else can I waffle on about while I stare at the ceiling? Look at that ceiling. Just sitting there, not moving. I don't know. Anyway, that'll do. What was that, a minute? I say, Doctor, I'm streaming. I can't take off 5 minutes. That's insane. Oh, excuse me. Oh, raw chicken. Raw mutton, good sign. Don't seem to get a lot of animals spawning in here. There's something off. Like we should see more of them, but I guess there's other peeps online at this moment in time. Segmentia is here, resubscribing for 47 months in a row. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Crazy stuff. Fear My Nukes is here, subscribing with Amazon Prime. Thank you for using your Prime subscription on me. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the series. Colten says, I bet it might be intimidating for B-Dubs to join the server late into the season. I'm excited to watch his content again, regardless. I don't think it'd be intimidating, but I think you point out that there's probably a whole range of things you might think or feel about rejoining something like this, because, you know, Hermitcraft's kind of a big deal. And, you know, like, it's a lot to commit to playing in a community. And he's also joined us and had something horrific happen, and that's going to be, you know, that's another thing you got to think about B-Dubs, is that, like, what he's been through is attached to that point in time, I would imagine, and that point in time is being a YouTuber. So coming back to it, you know, there's a lot to deal with there, I imagine. There's a lot to deal with, and you know, I wish him all the best of it for sure. Pieface says, Hermitcraft is my childhood, quite literally. Well, you know, we've been around for enough years now that, you know, some people have come up, hanging out with us, watching us, you know. And I find that, you know, really humbling. Really, really humbling. That some people can look at our community and think and feel about it in that way. That's a beautiful thing. This music's getting me all emotional, man. I'm feeling the feels over here. Ikamoo says what happened to B-Dubs. If you want to find out, you can go to his channel and watch videos where he's explaining it, but I wouldn't want to explain it myself. I think you should just hear it from the man in the way that he wanted to talk about it, you know. Right, so one of the things we're going to do in this area is eventually have some sort of aesthetic value put into this place. We can move the portal around, so we don't really have to be too fussy about this. We don't have to be too strict. So I think what we'll do is we'll open up a big space so I can collect some materials. We've got a... Oh, isn't there like literally a spawner just over there? Ah, yeah. The space probably going to need to be wider than what we're currently working with as well. Okay, there we go. Right, let's open it up. Got to watch out for nasty things that explode dropping down into here. They're green. If you see one, point it out in chat. That'll be extremely helpful, you know. There's a creeper in front of you. I might break that spider spawner, or maybe we could like make it a part of the build. Like, just because is it lined up? No, this is. We could kind of perhaps find a way to line it up and then just have, like, this is the roof, you know? Have that there. Like, how many times would you have seen that in Minecraft? Having a cave spider spawner as part of the build. Oh, jeez! No! I heard one drop. Oh, jeez. Okay, it's dead. Let's go put some lighting around there big time, right? Oh, I wanted those to go one higher, actually. Whoopsie. Only Wizard 11 has subscribed with Amazon Prime, and the What's It Warrior has subscribed with Prime as well. Thank you for using your Prime subscriptions on me. I appreciate Yo's support, and I hope Yo enjoying Yo channel. Jeez, why am I saying Yo? Why am I saying it so much, eh? Nobody knows, it's a mystery. Okay, so I'm going to put those around it for now. It's going to be like my own little reminder that that could be like actually part of the roof. Hey X, do you ever think you might address the notch controversy? I could totally understand if you don't want to, but I think you'd be interested to hear your thoughts on it. I don't really know that much. I just sort of, when he was saying some stuff on Twitter or whatnot, I became aware that he's been getting himself involved in some nasty stuff, and you know, it can happen, right? Like, people who do one thing nice can do another thing bad. I mean, I don't really know much about it, so I can't really say too much on it, I guess. Where are we going to go now? Right, I think we're going to get rid of that. Keep the light around here. Oh, great, our English breakfast says came to listen. You came to listen, eh? Gotta go with the English breakfast for me. Asuma, did you manage to get hash browns into your diet, says Gamer Chick? Nah, I won't have the time to cook it right now. Just kind of in a busy spot, I guess. Although now that I've injured myself, I've freed up some time. Although I've already got to do stuff for other people, so maybe not, I don't know. Yeah, it can be a bit daunting, like cooking something new, not sure how long it's going to take when you've got other things to do. I would like to get around to cooking some hash browns though, for sure. And what did I say I'd cook and then I did? So I made salsa pasta bake and I was like, my goodness me, this is nice. And then I made it with rice, and it's just as good with rice as regular pasta. If you don't know, peeps, oh god, it's been a while since I kind of dipped my toes into it, but it said that stuff like pasta and what's the other one? Breads, pasta and breads and stuff aren't supposed to be terribly healthy. So I try and keep bread and pasta out of my diet as much as I can. Oh, it's going to make water flow down here. Oh, it's going to make water flow down here. But can't we also get rid of that water? Okay, there goes the water. Can't I get rid of the water by placing more scaffolding, right? Like, can I place scaffolding into water is what I'm thinking. Also, that water's probably going to flow out into a cave and give me a headache. Let's see what happens, right? Is there any water flowing out? We'll have to go check. We'll have to go check. Right, I was in the middle of something, right? What was in the middle of? It looks like the water didn't go through there. So we got lucky on that one. I don't know where else it opens up. There's more scaffolding. Let's throw away one. Yeah, one? There should be more than that. Maybe it'll float it up. Ooh, and where did it go down there? Wonder where the rest of them ended up. Well, this is all lit up. Guess I'll have to check for another opening again. Feels like there's an opening here. It's just getting lighter. Aha, that's where the others went then, right? Nope, just one. Did the water make it into here? It doesn't look like it, does it? Down. We're going down. Rightio then. Bit of a disaster. Oh, are we being raided in chat? Are we being raided? Welcome raiders, says Winnie. If we're being raided, welcome. Fredbird has subscribed with Amazon Prime. Fredbird, thank you ever so much. I appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed today's stream. Hey, Doc Raid, says Giogo. Aha, Doc M is raiding us, right? Might have Doc said something in chat. No, he just left. Okay, that's cool. Pick up the diamonds. What diamonds? What? Oh, those diamonds? Nah, we don't want those. Nah. We're good without. We're good without. Oh, jeez. We've got lava lakes in the area, ain't we? Right, let's keep trying to open this up. Keep running into obstacles, though, right? Like, how big do I want this to be? Don't want it sort of open to the caves, so I'll have to close that up. Yeah, because I can hear like a skeleton dying. I guess that's probably in our farm, actually. The rest of the area is lit up. Let's try and do stuff like this, right? Keep all these materials together. You missed scaffolding, says Mill. Where was it then? I don't know where it was, is the problem. So we'll probably end up... I was going to say try and centering that in the room. Oh, I guess if we put our storage system going left to right, we could easily center that and have a nice distance from that area. Something to consider, right? I think we'll go with that sort of approach. Then I'm going to try and make my room even. Now, the width of the room is going to be dictated by the amount of items we get from this farm, which happens to be a lot. So it's going to be a big, wide room, which means I'm probably going to end up doing it in this way, right? But we'll probably want to stand underneath this and look forward. So we're actually probably going to tear out a lot more in this direction because of that. And then put some redstone-y stuff behind it, right? Give the diorite to Iskal to burn. I might just hold on to it, you know, I might have a project for it. You know, maybe I want to put some bird poop out and about in the world. Maybe that's what I want to do. Derp, says the mining boss. What's the derp? I would like to know what the derp is. I'd like to know what it is. Diorite plus cobble equals andesite. Oh, alright. I forgot they added those. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Okay, I think I might be done with opening this up now. Might call that a wall. Ooh. There we go. I'm just going to dump all the stuff in here, really. Best way to do it sometimes. You missed the scaffolding on your scaffold. What? The scaffolding on my scaffold? Oh, was it caught midway or something? I don't know. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. It'll be fine. Okay, let's get some torches down in here. Let's get thinking about that array. So, proximity from here. So, let's say we consider that like standing in the middle of the room. Then we look forward. We probably want the chest to be about there. Now it can probably be one closer. Yeah, that feels about right to me. So then you have your hoppers that go behind it. Let's get a redstone box out here. Ooh. Where are the rest of my hoppers? I should have more than that. Or maybe not. I thought I made a bunch earlier. And then you've got to build an impulse item filter behind that. So we actually still, once again, probably need a lot more space out the back here. That might not be enough right there, but we'll go as far back as that. And some more digging takes place, basically. More and more digging. What kind of farm is he making, says Rob? Oh, the farm's been made. His storage system next. The farm is over here. It's a crazy combo farm. It's a cave spider for string. It's hostile mobs. It's passive mobs. And slimes. Slimes is the other one. This produces slime balls sometimes. Didn't produce them for a while though, did it? Anyway, look at all this skeleton. That's a lot of skeletons. There's a lot of skeletons. There's another one back there as well. My goodness me. To those joining, X is now looking at making a sorting system for the multi-mob type farm. Tuxaban, yeah. That's what we're doing. Thanks for letting the peeps know. So we started off by designing a HRN station, and my goodness me, do I think we came up with a winner, basically. It looks real good. I've got to contact Ren about building it. It might actually be the next thing I do in Hermitcraft. I've got an episode of Hermitcraft coming out tomorrow. There'll also be an episode of Doom Sigil on the second channel. And then the weekend or the Friday video might just be a myth busting. I've got something sort of not terribly useful but really interesting to do in myth busting. So that's kind of my plan right now. Video plan, if you like. Okay, we've got to sort this junk out a little bit better because it's time for me to start getting my teeth into this project a bit more. We've cleared out some space. What I do actually need to do though is make the area safer. Though I did light everything up. I might play it risky and just leave it all open for now. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Otherwise we'll be here forever. So let's make this one our project box for now. Oh, that's kind of full up. I should have brought a project box, is what I'm saying. Oh look, I've got some scaffolding there. Okay, let's get some logs, because we've got to make some chests, obviously. Got to make some hibbity hoppers. The lights can go back in there. And eventually we've got to make quartz and all that stuff. My goodness me, right? My goodness me. Have we got work to do? X, you bought the iron blocks for hoppers. That's correct. That is what we did. We did that. 1, 2. Okay, that'll do me. Right, stack of chests. Boom. And how tall is this thing going to be? I mean, is that going to be the bottom? Probably not. I will probably... If we look at how big this is, it might have to be. I was thinking the floor will be at this height. So maybe we have like a slab down here and then this becomes the floor. You'll see the bedrock though. How much do I want to fuss over aesthetics? I think I'm not going to fuss that much. We're going to make sure this array is good for the height that it's at. So 3, 4 and 5. I mean, are you ever going to need more than that at once? We'll go for 6. That feels way too big to me. Let's go with 4. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with 4. So we'll leave ourselves a little bit of wiggle room for aesthetics above and below. Okay, let's go get our iron ingots together. Wither Rose, says Sven on Twitch. Yeah, that's what we're using in the farm to kill all the stuff. Wither Roses. Yeah, look. Look at that. Let's watch it in action. We got creepers and zombies and skeletons. All of the mobs. All of the mobs are here. All of the mobs are getting wrecked. They're on fire, they're withered, they're not having a good day, peeps. We got a noise in the ear from FW Games, resubscribed for 9 months, which is a Twitch baby, saying, "Hi X, I have a question. Do you remember the names of your subs like mine?" FW, I have a lot of subscribers, and I kind of do and don't. Like, there's some that stick in my mind, and there's others that don't as much. There's some that have, like, people have been subscribed for like 30 months, and I'm still like, I know I would have read that name before, but it still feels new. I have to read a lot of names, remember, and I interact with a lot of people on Twitch and on my YouTube comments. I certainly do pick up some names over time, that is for sure, but yeah, I probably don't remember as many as you might think I do. Right, let's get the iron blocks. Like, it's a lot of names you're constantly engaging with. Mike says, which shop have you spent the most diamonds on? Possibly Big Rocks, just because that's like a big purchase all at once. You see, I don't really use the shops. I try and do stuff myself. I never used Impulse's iTrade that much either. Let me think for all the different shops. Yeah, I think maybe Big Rocks. Yeah. Just so you remember everyone and everything, and make them prove you wrong, says Rigsticks. Prove me wrong. Spangleboo? Who on earth is Spangleboo? I've got no clue who this person is. Diamond Face? What? Spangle, thank you ever so much for 27 months. I appreciate your support. Hope you're enjoying the stream we're doing here today. What documentary would you recommend to create a target? What? Just start watching them. Documentaries are great. I wouldn't have one in particular I'd recommend, but there are many that are great. I mean, it's just documentaries are just worth watching in general. You know, because you kind of like learn, you give yourself information that's useful. One of the things with documentaries, though, is that just because it's a documentary doesn't mean it's like entirely truthful. You should learn to, you know, as you watch them, think for yourself a little bit as well and question some things. So anyway, let's try and get this thing moving along a bit, because I'm going a bit slow with it, right? Whenever I go to build Impulse's item filter, I always, every single time, have to learn it again, it feels like. So I know we're going to need some comparators, we're going to need some redstone, some torches and repeaters. These are all crucial ingredients. We will need some stone bricks. You always build redstone out of a different material, so you can identify it. And we'll do that with stone bricks today. Going to put in some slabs, some blocks, of course. We've got noises in the ear. It's JP Martins, resubscribing for 70 months, saying back again. Welcome back, JP Martins. Thank you ever so much for your continued support. I hope you're enjoying. Slim Jim says, I listened to the Bob Lazar podcast you talked about. Crazy stuff. Yeah, fascinating story. I mean, like I said the other time, I don't just take it as truth, but it's certainly an interesting thing to listen to. Okay, so we're going to have a hopper chain going across the top. I don't know how to get started. I guess the problem is I'm streaming and not looking up how to do it. I'm going to get a camera account on here because I've built this before, so if you just look at a different sorting system, we'll be able to get it going. Right, let's load up my camera account. And I should be able to press a button and get it to appear, or will it appear itself? I can't remember how it works. Sphinx is resubscribed for 14 months, saying late banana. Welcome, Sphinx. Welcome to the stream, dude. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Chromatic Sober says X has a wall shop. X also does redstone on stone bricks. Well, I wouldn't do it on wall, because wall's kind of slow to break, right? I can instant mine this stone brick if I need to. Okay, it did appear on top. It does that automatically now. Oh, spoilers! No! Okay, I avoided the spoilers. Jeez. Okay. Item filter. Somewhere in this area? Probably not. Where have I built an item filter, peeps? Oh my goodness me, now I've got to think about where it is. Where have I built an item filtering system? At my base, so we'll fly in that direction. Say hi to Scar, will you? Did Scar say hi? I'll say back hi back in a minute. Cats, welcome back to the stream. ZaraFin321, a subscriber of Amazon Prime. Zara, oh my goodness me. That's not good. That's terrible. I mean, I'm going in the right direction. It's over here somewhere. Zarathin, thank you ever so much for your Amazon Prime subscription. I appreciate it. Wait, am I going the wrong way? I got turned around. What? What? You must be joking. Or did I? Oh, there's a blue banner there now. Yeah, I got turned around somehow. Chunks be chunky, people are saying. Yeah, they sure are, aren't they? Come on now. There's slimes dying in the other farm. The server performance has been a bit ropey the last few days. Oh, come on. Yay, base, finally. Finally. Okay, so this is the sorting system that we need to build. So we basically need... How's this done? Right, am I going to do it like that with the chest? I think I might. I don't know what the reasoning for that is. I guess it means you don't have to use a an extra hopper there. So we're going to have hopper, chest... Okay, can I turn this off? Yes, yes I can. Hopper... Wait, let me look at it again. Hopper, chest, hopper, hopper. So I need a bit of space up there. Let's build a staircase. And we're going to need to clear out some of this as well. Okay, so it's hoppers going across. Then we have chests on their own. Then we have like that, and then going across again at the top. Whoa, easy there. Easy there. Let me double check that. They go across again? Actually, they don't. They're sort of pointing to the comparators that are in front of them. So it's here that we need to put our first comparators. Right, the comparators will point into 2 blocks worth of redstone, so one there. Let's get a bit more of this going on. We got a noise in the ear from Cuplex for 27 months in a row. Cuplex, thank you ever so much for your support. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream, having a good time hanging out with us. I'm building this in the wrong direction. It's going to cause a conflict. It needs to go in the other direction. So all of that needs to get torn out. Yeah, it's pretty terrible right now, I'd agree, Cub. Hopefully I can get my other account logged out, so there's less load on server. I've got a feeling the server just hasn't restarted in a while. People may be AFKing and whatnot. Actually, it needs to be 1 block higher, doesn't it? So, comparator at that level, 2 blocks worth of redstone, and then, what do we have? Another one here. Let's do check on the other account. Yep, redstone goes down, then you have the repeater coming back round again. So now we'll have one there. That points into the block with the torch. And that's actually everything, I believe. So let's go and just put in that for now. Facing the correct direction. We'll put in all these bells and whistles. That right there. You also got to configure and set the filter up is the other thing to consider. Okay. Why? Ugh, I'm stuck or something. Okay, let's go up. Then one of those points into that. I feel like this is wrong. This is horribly wrong. It's not going to be the same. It's not going. Oh, jeez! It's all going to be one lower, I think. Oh my goodness me, this is wrong in multiple ways, I've just realised. Oh, let me check the redstone on the other one. Yep, it is. But, hey, you know, you win some, you lose some, right? So that's actually all supposed to be lower. Is Cube Toast good? Asuma says it's DS5. Yeah, Cube Toast are a great hosting company, I think. We were with them for a long, long time. We're not with them anymore. We host it ourselves now. But if you don't know how to host your own Minecraft server, they're a good company to go with. They got good customer support and whatnot. Okay, I think that's correct, right? So let's start again. Wrong thing. So repeater. Torch on the other side. Torch is level with the chest. That's the thing I've got to check. Oh yeah, there's also a block above that. That's the one that's got the comparator on top of it. Okay, and then redstone on top of these. So, then you have a hopper that points into this, and then you have your line running on top. So, it's all the way up here that we need to clear all of this space. That's how much height we need. Let's go pick up this stuff now. I'm also going to rip out this. We should really use scaffolding, right? We've got the scaffolding blocks. So we should use them. We got noises in the ear from Eagle Fam, resubscribing for 36 months in a row, saying, "Woot, 3 years, yikes, it's an emerald face in chat." Eagle, thank you so much for your 3 years of support. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. We got Dan the Man 1999 resubscribing for 8 months in a row, saying, "Hey X, been out of the game for a while, so not been keeping up recently. Hope you're well, dude." I'm doing good, thanks for asking. Appreciate your 8 months of support. Should we stop that clicking sound? Let's get rid of my camera account. Hopefully the server will do a little bit better now. Oh yeah, Iscal's been on for 8. Hey, I wonder if like there's some lag caused by where he's AFK. I'm actually just gonna go quickly check on Iscal and see if there's anything happening. Like if you've got an AFK player and you've got lag, there might be like an entity build up somewhere. Anyway, what we want to do is be efficient with how much space we clear out here. So we're going to give ourselves plenty of like working room, but all of this right here will basically get filled in. I'll put torches behind, I won't actually fill it in. So we're going to sort of carve out the space that we dig so we don't end up digging a stupid amount everywhere, right? So this is the space that we need for our filters, and I'm out of stone apparently. The Wolves 1984 is here, subscribing with Amazon Prime. The Wolves 1984, thank you ever so much for your subscription. I appreciate it. Hope you are having a good time hanging out with us. Favourite Frank Ocean song, says Matt's Pud. You know, I couldn't tell you them by name, but there's some on the record that I listen to on my blog that I love. Every time they come on my phone on random, I'm like, yes, should listen to this more often. Okay, cool. So that works for that bit. Let's now employ some scaffolding to get between these spots, right? And somewhere in here we had some, I knew it. I knew it, peeps. There we go. So, scaffolding to get up. Good. And then we'll probably need scaffolding to get to another like level as well. But now we're sort of looking at the ceiling. So where's the best place for me to go here? It's probably to have some scaffolding just over here at the back. And probably at about that level. So as silly as this is going to look, but that is actually quite useful to me, doing that. Right, and then I can get up on here and clear it to the height that we need. So above there, oh jeez. Above there we've got the hopper going across and then a dropper on top, and that's the ceiling. So that's as high as it needs to go. Now from the opposite side our roof is going to end somewhere over here. So I will go in to do that, I believe, and that is setting our little defined area to go with. I think we'll go for that height. That height right there. Alright, so now when we dig side to side to just expand this, we've kind of defined the shape that we want, and it makes it much easier for us to be efficient now. I kind of don't need to like get rid of all of this as well, but we'll see, we'll see. We're going to have that there. I think I'll leave it like that. We'll have that one block trim, and that'll serve us well. Right, should we go check on Iskall? I will first of all check on him without showing you what he's doing. XXXDDDEE has subscribed with Amazon Prime. Thank you ever so much for your support, dude. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream and having a good time hanging out with us. Iskall is in the middle of his base, and there is a lot of stuff in his base. Oh my goodness me, there is the sheep farm. I would suspect maybe it's just a bit much. I also can't see why he's AFK. Yeah, I'm gonna kick Iskall and see if it's any better. Okay, then I'll log myself out and things might get better. Alright, cool. Fizzy3 is here. Subscribe with Amazon Prime. Fizzy3, thank you so much for subscribing, dude. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Remnant Pass says admin abuse. I mean, if you're being serious, it's not abuse. We talk about it. We say, hey, if ever someone's AFK and it's laggy, like, we should kick them, and that's what just happened. I mean, I don't want to do it. Like, people need to AFK to progress in the game sometimes. So, yeah, like, we've seen how bad it was a moment ago, and he's been at AFK for a long, long time. So it could just be that. Right, so going into the side here, we can now see all the blocks that we need to remove. I remove these ones, and that's going to help us dig out slices of this space that we need to open up for our storage system, right? Why can I not move up this thing? Ugh, scaffolding still needs a little bit of work, doesn't it? Oh god, that's super funky. Okay, just a little bit more work it needs, Mojang. Just a little bit. Right. All good there, nice and clean. Let's go over to the other side. And make it nice and clean over here, basically. I don't feel like I've listened to this song in a long time. It's not ringing any bells for me. Come on, just that one! Okay, sweet. So yeah, nice, clean, almost done from side to side. And now it is. And now it is. You need to be centered on the scaffolding, says Quack Daddy. I think that's a problem, because it's difficult to get centered, and it's, you know, always funky, it feels like. If this is the sorter for that whole farm, how many items will you need to sort? Great question. I'll have to figure it out at some point. Ah, it's the end of We Are the Past. Usually I don't put that song on the playlist, I think. Gamer Chick says, you always had a cliffhanger moment there, X, the last block. Yeah, just slightly out of reach. Don't worry, Iskall will know what he's kicked for. Yeah, I left him a message saying it was because of the laggy server. Ah, look, we had some slimes while we were over here, popping in, and a couple of witches, maybe? Not sure, is that new? Have we had any more passive animals? Looks like we might have had a few. Right, okay then, so on this side we can actually sort out the ceiling and stuff as well, which will make this room a bit safer. Let's grab an ender pearl, chop up into that space, and just basically make that the roof now, right, for this area. It's going to be a bit lower, but we now know, hey, that's all we need. And while I'm doing this, I should be wise to put down some torches to stop those nasty things, right? I can hear an endermite. I can definitely hear an endermite. Is that a mob grinder? Says Sheer Powder. Yeah, it is. Hey, I got a question for all of y'all. Right, maybe I'll just throw it out there. You might want to get back at me, like tweet me later on. But I've been trying to come up with an idea, and I feel like I haven't had that kick of inspiration yet. Dude, don't be mean. I haven't had that kick of inspiration just yet, where all of a sudden, like, you know what you want to do. I'm kind of keep residing around the same old idea. I want to decorate the above area, and the easy thing to go to is just, what blocks have I got a lot of? I've got a lot of wool. I could do a colourful pattern. And yeah, I can definitely, come up with something that's reasonable and will look interesting. But I really want to find an idea that has a bit more pizzazz, let's say, for decorating the up top area. So we'll go up there in just a second. Let me quickly first finish this right here. Make sure I keep putting down the torches. And that'll do. Sweet. This still needs a bit of tidying up, doesn't it? Right. I think that's pretty good. We've got that area there to do, but hey, it's not actually a cave system, is it? So, right, let's go all the way up to the top. Best way is probably using my rockets and going into the farm itself. Okay, I'm looking at chat and it looks like a few people are discussing like movie scenes or something to recreate. That sounds interesting. Oh, don't be doing that to me now. Goodness me. Right, so there's a couple of things that I could do here. So I'll explain it in terms of the kind of idea, right? One is to have like a rainbow Twizzler of certain colours coming all the way up. But then it doesn't really speak too much to why it is a rainbow Twizzler. Then I can also build like something under the water that you look at from all the way up above. I could take the rainbow Twizzler design coming up and spread it out into the surrounding area, make a circle or something. I mean, it would be cool, I could do it, I could pull it off, but it doesn't quite have the pizzazz, is what I'm thinking. Dry HB says perimeter question mark? Yep, it's a perimeter, alright. What is this place going to be, says Gamer Chick? Well, it's just a mob farm, right? So I could leave it on this kind of just stone blocks level. I could tidy up the walls if I wanted to. Could leave it how it is, but I really want to decorate it, and the only idea I can come up with that's got anything to it... You know what? I'd also have to do these ones as well, and then it would get really crazy. A circle with river roses. I guess I could build pixel river roses on the side, right? And that would kind of make sense. Use the same theme as your base, as Tuxaban. Nah. See, I think already I'm kind of starting to see another problem with this, is it's high effort, and you don't really see this a lot, which is why I was inclined to just leave it alone. But then I keep coming back to it, like I keep coming back to this and thinking, oh, I could do something with this. Anyway, if you have any ideas, tweet them at me, but I don't know, I really do think I should probably consider the effort. It's a lot for not a lot. I think this middle chamber here, it makes sense to decorate, if anything, because you can look up into it, right? All the way to the top. So maybe we'll make it like a viewing balcony here, where you can walk up close to these rails. That's a good point though, right? Like, if I put a block there, you can't see all the way to the top. I could consider how far across you see, but once you're stepping on the rails, you might interfere with the farm a little bit. If I had a wall there, you'd hardly be able to see up. Ooh, that's not good. I could possibly put trapdoors here, and then you could go quite close and look up. Anyway, just sort of thinking about what you'd be able to see. What is your second channel, says Pumpkin Mutt? It's Asuma2. If you search Asuma2 as one word, TWO, you should find it. You should figurely find it. I've got that DAS effect stuck in my head still. Right, we've got lava over on this side that's going to need to get torn out, I believe is the deal. Is that not the deal? Let's put some torches on top of the obsidian. Oh, and I should probably estimate how wide this thing's going to be. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's probably 7 different colours of wall. I might just leave those at the end. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13. I'd probably be smarter looking at loot tables. Did we have gunpowder on the other side? Yeah, we did. I reckon we're going to need to make it at least 15 wide. This is a even width build. I guess I could keep the even width thing instead of making it go odd. So if I went 16, there might be a... Is there a chunk border here? No. So it'd be 8 in each direction. That would actually fit, like, right inside the chunk. So if I dug in this direction until I hit the chunk wall... Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then... Huh. So we're a little bit closer than I thought to potentially having all of the width necessary done. It might just be as wide as that. I would estimate 25 types of drops in Turtle X. Yeah, I guess there's all the different animals, right? But here's the thing, if they're not coming through a lot, maybe I could just have those go into like a variety chest. You know, just being sensible with it. It's a lot of work to sort every individual item, so at some point, if you're only going to have a handful of one type of item, it might just be worth sorting it yourself, you know? Okay, so it might literally go as wide as that in one direction, and then in the other... Oh, we got lava. We got lots of lovely lava. Mr. Lava, please don't hurt me. Thanks. Oh, not again. Oh, jeez, I didn't get in close enough. Nor did I again that time. Can I click on anything? There we go. Okay, and where is the end of this chunk? There it is right there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, super risky. And it's gone. It's gone. Hey X, as someone who lives in the UK, who are some of your favourite UK rap acts? I've been getting into Slow-Thigh and some old Skepta stuff, but I need recommendations. I've been listening to Slow-Thigh's record as well. I don't really know. Like, not a lot comes off the top of my mind. So the problem with me is I need to be kind of like engaged with a topic to then be able to like recite a bunch of stuff to all of y'all, right? So I haven't exactly been like deep into the UK hip-hop scene at the moment, so therefore not much is coming to mind. I do have one record. If you go on my blog and look up AC, I would recommend that. It's years old now. It sounds more sort of like a UK London hip-hop flavour meets like 90s hip-hop. And I really, really, really love that record. And you might struggle to find it online as well, actually, but hey, maybe something for you to check out that isn't current at least. Okay, let's get rid of these over here. Let's get rid of these, please. Tear out all this right here. Good stuff. Why does the music suddenly remind me of the music at the beginning of section of Portal 2? I don't know, but you know, Portal's a game, it also has music. Music can remind you of lots of stuff. Lots and lots of stuff. Hey, do you know what I think I'm going to start doing? I'm going to start stashing this stuff in the chests. Right, like I've got a lot of junk and I just need to keep mining blocks at the moment. Digging with Asuma says dry HP. Indeed, indeed. Just preparing all the space that we need is what I'm doing for this project. It's another one where I want to pull out the finger and get it finished. Okay, that's tricky. Oh, that's really bad. Okay, I think I've got all of it. Whew. Whew, indeed. Right, we need to find the top of that and start dropping in some gravity blocks, basically. Do I have 3 pieces of gravel? That's how we're going to do it, peeps. That's all we really need. 3 pieces of gravel. That'll get the job done. I'm going to chuck away this redstone stuff for now. Like, we'll get to that when we need to get to it, right? I also kind of need a project chest, which I don't really have. Maybe this... Aha, somewhere else I can offload random material. Hey, I needed that. Hey, look, there we go. There's some gravity blocks. Any others? I might have some actually. I might have quite a bit upstairs. Let's go to our storage spot. Oh, the friendly mob farm, says staff. Yeah, it's not that friendly now, though, is it? Alright. Come on, you butts. Don't be doing that. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, we're up and away. And it is that bit right there, isn't it? Of course it is. What's the best hip-hop show you've seen live, says Matt's Pud. Ooh, maybe Ice Cube back in the day was pretty amazing. Oh yeah, I gotta look for gravel, right? And it looks kind of similar to other textures. Jeez, some of you are gonna be like, you missed the gravel, you derp. I'm gonna be like, hey, okay, they look similar. They look similar. Nas live, when I saw him play Illmatic in full, was just, first time it was incredible. Second time, it was totally different. He kept forgetting lines and stuff, so, you know, saw him on a good day and saw him on a bad day. Gamer Chick is here doing cheers and throwing bits, saying, a couple of ideas, sir. 1, a hydroponics bay. What is a hydroponics bay? Like Star Trek. 2, a giant squid. Since it's for dye, you can make giant sea monsters. It's not for dye. The farm doesn't produce any dye, but a giant squid in the wall I don't think would make sense. But I appreciate the suggestions, and thank you so much for the cheers and the bits. I could start to think about, like, removing the shape. I thought about it a few times. Again, if I'm going to do something, I need to be really, like, invested, committed, and inspired, because I could change the shape of the walls to turn it into something else to make it more interesting, but then, once again, tons and tons of digging. And what I want to do is get this project to a finished state, so whatever it is I choose to do really needs to make a lot of sense. But thank you for the suggestions. When are you selling With Roses at Sahara, says Yeats. Supposed to do that with Iskall real soon. So, expect to see that, perhaps. Don't shoot me, skelly butts! Right, I'm doing the off. See you later. See you later. Let's turn off that thing now. Okay, so we want to get on top of this lava lake and drop in all of this gravel that we've just got on for ourselves. Okay, can we get in this way? Gravel, 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 gravel. Okay, is that the top of it though? Looks like it might be. At least for this area. And this is where the roof needs to be as well, so... Oh, I almost did the scaffolding again. Almost. Almost. Avoided a derp, I did. I did done avoid a derp. Okay, there we go, that'll do me. Whiskers says, I just showed up, what's he working on? We're removing lava because we're clearing out a space to build inside of. We've got a noise in the ear. It's Daniel Cypher here saying, have you listened to the band King Crimson? Daniel Cypher, thank you ever so much for your donation. I'm adjusting my headset, peeps, if you can hear it making strange noises. Yeah, appreciate the donation. Thank you so much. You can go to my music blog. You can always do that with music questions. King Crimson. I listened to the Court of the Kings and Crim, and it became the King. Did I say the Crimson King? Kim? What did I say? The Crimson Kim. I don't know what I just said, but I now am remembering how this happened before. Cats will remember. This happened before. People asked me about King Crimson, and I was saying Crimson King or something weird. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I absolutely love In the Court of the Crimson King. I think that's it. That's such an amazing record. But that's as far as I got with them. Just, you know, there's so much stuff you can listen to, and sometimes I'd like to listen to more, but then I just get shuffled on onto other things, you know. Kind of looked like a little bit of a creeper face then, the lava arrangement, right? Little bit of a creeper face going on. Wow, so I went and collected loads and loads of gravel, and it turns out we hardly needed any for this. Well, That's just how it goes, isn't it? It's just how it goes sometimes. That scaffolding is going to cause me some real issues at some point, I'm sure. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Make sure you're hydrated, y'all, says Decrypt. Decrypt, yeah. Yeah, got to get my hydration on. Is your skin the Doom Marine, says Notric Bicko. Yeah, I'm Doom Guy. Car Creator says, Car Creator! Welcome back, saying Minecraft is really coming back. Even Bang Deceased Cake is doing a Let's Get Play. Yeah, I've heard about this. Apparently Keemstar is doing one. I heard a few other names thrown around. PewDiePie is now doing it all of a sudden. What is this, like, crazy resurgence of Minecraft about all of a sudden? It's kind of interesting because we've had some researchers for the Chinese audience. Like, they're probably going through, like, a massive Minecraft boom similar to 2012 for like the English-speaking audiences, let's say. And probably other, like, European areas as well, right? Oh, how big does this thing actually need to be? Yeah, I kind of cleared out more than I needed to over there, so we don't need to worry about this. So that may have helped, you know, sort of kick up interest again, but there's this just big surge from all these, yeah, like you're saying, big channels playing it again. Awesome Source says, you made it popular again. I don't think I certainly did that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you would describe the forces that be in culture that just allow, you know, things like this to happen from time to time, but I mean, something's obviously kicked it off. I think perhaps the way Microsoft have changed the direction of the development of the game and marketing it, maybe that's had some factors there, you know. Also, Minecraft Earth and Hytale probably have played a role. You know, Hytale's got people coming back to playing Minecraft again, that's for sure. So now maybe Earth is having the same effect as well. They're showing off this amazing new tech and new game, and people are thinking, oh, can't wait. Do you know what? I want to fire up Minecraft again. There we go. That is actually a plentiful amount of space for us to continue building this thing, which is pretty awesome. So, let's stash all this stuff away and maybe get to placing some chests and some hoppers again. I'm gonna have to chop down a lot of trees for this, aren't I? Tyler O'Sear is here, subscribing with not with Amazon Prime, just regular subscriber. Thank you ever so much. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you for subscribing. Hightail vids put Mumbo in my suggested, and that led me to the rest of the Hermitcrafters, says Remnants Past. Ah, interesting. Oakburger says on the Wikia page I read that you're known as the passive mob farm guy. That explains a lot. Yeah, I was. Animal breeding is what we called it then. In fact, there's a playlist on my channel. If you go look through the playlists, it's called... Or actually, just search Asuma History of Animal Breeding. I made a video that sort of dives into the very first few videos that I made, and over the first year of my channel, being this guy who was involved in making animal breeding machines. I mean, the funny thing is, it ended up being that you put them in a 2x2 hole with a couple of pieces of redstone and you got a farm. But it used to be we made massive contraptions with redstone, and I was like at the heart of, you know, compacting and redesigning and refining those for a long time. Made like 7 different versions of this thing, just compacting it a little bit more each time. And then we found out you could put them in a hole. And I called that a cab, Compact Animal Breeder. That name never took on. Not that I care. But yeah, I called it a cab. So yeah, anyway, a little bit of history there, right? Like, it's been doing this for so many years, it's crazy just how long it's gone on for and how it keeps going on, but you probably heard me say that a gazillion times as well, because it keeps going on. It never stops. It's like Groundhog Day. Every day I wake up and it's Minecraft. Jeez. X reading game chat. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, right, so... Oh, Scar left. It's just me and Cub. But performance is probably fine for us now, right? I never got a reply last time. I hope I don't find out that I've done something horrendously wrong as I put all of this into place. Let's get some redstone on top of it to stop things spawning. How many minecarts are on the track under the farm? Just 2. Oh, 2 is all we need for this. And what did I come here for? Redstone dust. That's the one. Also, I like the idea of maybe having that so I can sort of plot myself at this level. Very nice. I'll put torches and stuff up here to keep it lit eventually, but you know, the redstone will stop things spawning on it for now, which is cool. Memes saved Minecraft. Don't know about that. I think the strength of the game is probably what saved it, right? Anyway, it never needed saving. It's always been amazing. Peeps, I'm wrapping up the live stream right here. Massive thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered. Thank you to all of my patrons. As always, I appreciate your support. Before you head out of here, be sure to hit the follow button and stick around if you want to catch some more Minecraft action. I will send you over to Hypno, who's doing some FTB. So if you like modded Minecraft, Hypno is basically a modded god. He knows everything to do with the mods. So anyway, I'm putting the raid in chat right now. You can hit the follow button. This will be uploaded to my second channel tomorrow. And there'll be an episode of Hermitcraft tomorrow as well for you to watch. So those things to look forward to. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.